What's up, everybody? David, Gaming, Bashar, Quentin, Nathan, Vegas, Def, Bobby Hako, Keelan, Pokepasta, Vanquish Protector, Michael, and Michael. What's going on, everybody? So, I've just been itching to play my Apprentice again, and I want to mess around with the Adept. And to do that, I gotta get my Pathfinder leveled back up. So by the end of the stream, I'm going to be doing some Chaos 7 stuff. However, I'm needing some shiny chromium ingots. I need 4 of them. So that could be 2 runs, could be 4 runs. Who else we got in the deck? We got proton beams. Let's just grab the monk. I think that looks good. Alright, so let's get started off. I need shiny chromium ingots. So shiny is going to be Chaos 4, 5, and 6. And I need ingots, so I need one of these right here. Let's start off in the temple. I always have good luck there. Playing on US West, so feel free to hop in and join me right from the war table, or as always, you can join me through the Steam group. Let me turn myself online, and I'll hop into the Steam group chat. Let's see, and there we are. Alright, so now we're all good. So yeah, anyway, if you need any crafting materials, feel free to hop on in. It's a public match right now, Michael, so you can feel free to join me. The majority of my DD2 streams right now, unless it's a tutorial stream in Onslaught, it's a public match. So you just look right on the war table and hop on in. Not sure if anybody's going to want to do this, as, if you're not in Chaos, if you're in Chaos 7 right now, you don't really want to do Chaos 6 unless it's just specifically for crafting materials. Do I like the Squire? Yeah, I love cannonballs. I like the Squire's walls too. Squire's a beast. Alright, let's proton up the stairs. And we'll beam it up over here too. And then just flame armor it from there. And then I want to get to dungeon maps in Chaos 7 today. The reason being is... See, who else do I have? That's all I've got. I mean, I could do an Earth Shatter. That actually goes well with the protons because of the crushing damage. How does the photon shift work? Well, there is not such a thing. That might be why you're having problems getting it to work there, Mystic. No such thing as photon shift. I always recommend the EV2 Vanquish, but you should get the character that you like the best. Whatever looks like it would be the most fun to you is the one you should get. Because right now, all heroes can be viable. There's no reason not to play your favorite hero. They all good. Looks like Xbox One is winning the voting there, Michael, so I may be doing some matches on Xbox One before too long. Pandalicious, what up? See, I got a ton of DU left. Nice, cold as ice. Grats, man. Got you Chaos 7 going? What happened? Game freeze up a little on me there? Or my connection is suspect today, it looks like. I've had lots of choppiness in the stream, which is unfortunate. Planned on getting a little DD2 in today. I don't want to end up having connection issues. But hopefully that was it, and it's done. I'll keep an eye on it, though. Let's see, man, we still got a bunch of DU left, too. I mean, could always just overkill it. Did I put a Skyguard over here? Yeah, why on earth can the apprentice not jump up there? There we go. Leaves me enough for one more over here. I'm not sure. I'm hoping mechanically, David, that it's setting us up. You know, the new war table. The only way to get golden pets currently is through the mastery system, Michael. You get a golden pet egg for every tier of mastery. Anyway, I'm hoping it's setting up for more matchmaking functionality for, you know, where you could see more games and more tiers and everything else. The only place the accumulator servo is any good for is on walls, Aaron. Any other defense, it would be a wasted slot. But that would be one of my first go-to shards. Or go-to mods for walls. You're waiting for me in the game? Well, join off the war table there, Pokepasta. Actually, it won't let you now. You had like 5 minutes while I was building to join up. It won't let you now until the next map. Nobody joined. There's two ways to join. You can join from the war table, or you can join through the Steam group. So, I mean, just open up the war table, make sure you're on US West. If you're not on the US West server, you won't see the game. You won't see the game at all right now, because it's already started. That's the one thing with multiplayer that I really hope Trendy does something to in the future, is changes this gating system. And like expeditions, I understand they don't want people joining on the last wave and collecting free loot, but on the same note, I mean, come on. You know, let people join whenever they want. It's expeditions. It's not, you know, it's not like they're climbing floors or anything like that. I wish they would change that, and then I really wish they would take the gating off of Onslaught and make it so that like a floor 100 player can start a match and a floor 60 player can join them. But then that floor 60 player only gets credit for floor 60, and the floor 100 player, of course, gets credit for floor 100. I think that would be awesome. It's Mr. Juicebags on Xbox. I don't play on Xbox enough to accept any friend requests though, so don't spam the friend request, please. It gives me work to do going through and deleting them all. I don't play hardly anything on the Xbox. I do have an Xbox, but it's mainly used by my wife. And I certainly don't want her getting spammed any messages. So if a game, like if an Xbox exclusive game comes out that I decide to put some time into that you all are playing, then I'll, of course, do the friend request thing and all that. Marvin15079, thank you very much for subscribing. It's not, Aaron. All it is a chip that gives it some defense power, and it changes the color of the tower. It doesn't do anything else. The water element can't proc any sort of combo. It doesn't cause any effect. It's just damage and a color change. So, I mean, use it as a novelty. Any defense that you want more, a little bit more defense power on, just throw it on that. Oh, for a weapon, same thing there. It's going to change the color of the shot, and that's all it does. It adds magic damage and changes the color of the shot. The pet resetting thing is like not even a big deal. I mean, I was glad that they added it in, but that's not a big deal. I mean, you get the pet up to level 10 right away anyway. If you're doing ancient power resets, you don't care about getting it to 60. All you want to do is get the ability unlocked, so you get it to level 10. And you get it up to level 10 really, really fast anyway. So, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little luxury they added in, but it's definitely not a big deal. What would be a big deal is if they made it so hyper shards don't reset. That would be a huge deal. But they haven't shown... They haven't wanted to do that. What do we got there? Scattershot, 2 Armageddons side by side. You don't see that very often. A Scattershot and a Scattershot. Great. 2 duplicates almost. Huh. It's a good looking staff. There's guides for mastery on my channel there, Michael. Well, it's up to you. FTV, there's... You choose your own path, you know. There's no right or wrong answer. Do whatever you're having fun with. If you're having fun climbing back through and doing the ancient power resets, then go for it. There's no reason to not do it. You know, it might be a little quicker, it might be a little slower after the update. We don't know. There's not enough info there for us to know. You would think it would be a little quicker after the update, but that's not a reason to not do it now. Like for me, I'm done with AP. I'm at the Ascension caps. I don't, even with the new AP actual powers that are being added in. I'll show you guys right here what I'm going to do. Okay, so right now, this is how my points are spread. I've got 42 points. I don't have anything into Ancient Respawn, so that's 5 of the points. And I only have 2 points into Ancient Builder. That's another 3. So that's the 8 points I'm missing. So what I'm going to do is take these 2 points out. I'm probably going to take these 5 out. There's 7 points right there. And then I'll probably take either ability power or hero power out. And then that's going to allow me to go into the defense crit chance and the defense crit damage. Which, I mean, right now the hero power and ability power, heroes are so ridiculously OP right now that there's just, I don't need those ancient powers. I mean, they're nice to have, don't get me wrong, but you just don't need them. So I'm going to take them out and put it into defense crit chance and crit damage, and just watch my defenses destroy everything. It's not wasting time though, FTV. It's playing the game. Do you want to play the game now, or do you want to wait to play the game? Is the question you're asking. It's not, I mean, what choices do you have right now? Do ancient power resets, climb onslaught floors, or farm crafting materials and gold? That's the only things that are available to do right now. I would say the biggest waste of time at the moment is climbing onslaught floors, because we know for a fact, we don't know what's going to happen with AP. It may be quicker, it may be slower, we don't know the details. What we do know though is that onslaught is going to 1 map per floor. So like right now, in my opinion, it's the worst time to be climbing onslaught, because you're spending 3 times as much time as you're going to have to spend in the future. You know, I mean, we know for a fact onslaught is going to 1 map floors. I mean, but that's really, if you're at Chaos 7 right now, and say you've already climbed to floor 114 and gotten the flares, right now it's just farm mode. I mean, that's like for me, I just been playing around with different weapons, and like right now working on this Pathfinder. I want to get it back up to Chaos 7. And just kind of playing and having fun, you know. But I mean, right now I'm not gaining anything. I'm just in wait mode. I want that update. I want it now. My favorite character is the EV2 there, Vanquish, no doubt. There is no better or worse than DD2, Omar. There's no skill level. It's a gear-based game, not a skill-based game. I can tell you Marcos has got a hell of a lot more patience than I do. He is way better than that. I could have never grinded to floor 999. What it takes to do that is just a whole lot of time. What are flares used for? Flares are cosmetics. Like the little blue glow over my hat, the little spinny belt thing going around me, those are all flares. And then the glow under my feet is a flare. I should use whatever is the most fun to you. Actually, there's, like I was saying earlier, hero DPS is completely blown out right now. Every hero is viable. So use whatever hero you want to use, and you can more than destroy everything. I mean, this is the Chaos 5 weapon I'm using here. Just, well, I guess I am in Chaos 5. I didn't think about that. Or I'm in Chaos 6. Well, there's two of them. Bastille Master can be a pain, yeah, Seeds, no doubt about it. After this update, I think more changes to multiplayer are going to end up coming. Oh, I'm hoping so. I know that Trendy wants the multiplayer to be a little healthier in DD2. Where, of course, right now people just don't play multiplayer. Get better gear, Vanquished. That is the only way. You gotta ask a question more specific than that there, I meant. You got two choices when you're gearing out a hero. Do you focus on primary attacks, like this? Or do you like to use abilities more, like that? Whichever you do more is how you gear your hero. If you want to focus on primary attacks, then you focus on hero damage. If you want to stick to abilities, then you focus on ability power. That's the entire DPS game in a nutshell right there. So it depends on how you want to play the hero, you know? Let's see, there we go. We got somebody in here now. Who we get? Guitar guy. There we go. We got another. Here's Robot Ninja. Go ahead and start it. See if anybody else pops in here. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like getting new heroes as well, David. It's always nice to have new toys, you know? I'd like to see a new hero. I'd really love to see the Jester come, but I just think that that's... if the Jester ever makes it to DD2, I think it's going to be very far off. There's no crossplay, sadly. There, Eki. It would be a wonderful, wonderful thing if there was, but there's not. Do the double stack over here on this one. Hit both lanes with Earth Shatters from the same spot. Right, looking good. Yep, you gotta set defenses up that are gonna hit the Siege Roller from behind. It's how you AFK siege rollers there, KDV or FTV. So you have to use like slimes work real well. If your placement is good with them, reflect beams work pretty well. Or any defense placed behind the siege roller when it rolls in will work really well. Let's see, where do we want to go for this last one? I feel like we should just... Well, there's 3 of them there already. I'll just throw it there. Little last resort. Exclamation giveaway. You can go find out there, Vanquished. It's all in the video. Bunch of stuff this month. EV2s, adepts, an EV2 bundle, flares, that Bramblewood flare set. Lots of stuff this month. Yep, that about sums it up. There, I hide what Aaron said. Basically, anything you want to do privately with a friend, you should always do in a private tavern. You know? Because somebody will snipe your goodies. You know it. Sarah, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. What's the best character type? The one that you like playing the most there, Night's Edge. Make sure those flyers get rigged. I'll have to look and see how many that gave me. I'll look at the... I don't know if I got 1 or 2. I need 4 total of the shiny ingots. Crap, we're on a sewers map. Is that... Oh, there's Pandy. I didn't even realize. I should have saw the ancient power icon. I didn't even notice. Got a fancy little... Looks like an egg with a vest on it. I wish they wouldn't have went with the egg-shaped icons. I would like mine a lot better if it was round. Barely use your Dryad? I'm actually going to work on getting my Dryads geared out again next. You know, I grinded the crap out of the Dryad for a long time, doing my first 15 Ancient Power resets. And I stopped playing her for a while, but she is really fun to play, you know? What's going on there, KSI? How you doing today? Unholy Fire. I'm not sure which one that drops from, I believe you. Exclamation shards in chat. I'll get you a link to DD2 tools. It's not going to be up very much longer. Sadly, that website is getting taken down in another month or 2. The wiki's been getting a lot of work put into it, though. Yeah, nothing wrong with the original 4. Their seeds are good stuff. I mean, the monk is one of my favorite heroes to play. What's going on there, Grippa? It is indeed live. Earth Shatters are so beastly right now. I hope nothing gets changed with the shard or mod setups with this. Yeah, but he's already said it's probably going to be coming down at the end of October, Pandalicious. It's a matter of, does he want to continue to do the work on it? I mean, he put a lot of work into that. You know, hats off to hats off to Chow there for making it happen, because he put a ton of time and effort into DD2 tools. I don't know, Seeds. People keep asking about Unholy Fire. It's like a complete novelty shard to begin with. I have no clue. Go to DD2 tools. No shard locations have moved in probably, I don't know, a year. So if whatever it says on DD2 tools is where it drops. But I have no idea about where that drops. I don't use that. So it's not one that I've ever farmed. I've got it, but it's not, it's a novelty thing. It's not effective. It's just for fun, for shooting fire. I don't know where that came from. There's like 10 messages in chat about Unholy Fire. It's like, I have no clue. DD2 Tools knows. There was a time where that one was completely bugged and broken. An old bug in the game. You could do millions and millions of DPS with Unholy Fire before. But you had to do some serious cheesing to get to that state. I mean, some of them. Not all of them, they're red retro, but some of them. It's all over. Let's see if I get 2. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Ace. I do appreciate you. 1, 2. Okay, I got 2 that time. Did I get 2 the first time? Oh, I didn't get 1 last map. That's crappy. So I still need 2 more. Looks like we're stuck in Chaos 6 for the moment. What's going on there, Hereburn? How you doing? How's stuff and things? That's weird. I didn't get any crafting materials on the last map. It is very stinky. Yep. Somebody bugged. Is it me? I hope not. I don't want to have to restart the game. Hopefully this issue gets resolved too. I mean, you can see the check marks. Everyone has hit the button. No, we're not waiting on somebody. You know? So the game is just locked up counting down until it counts all the way down. We just have to sit here and all stare at each other. Doing some PUBG duos, nice. I've been in the mood to play some Battle Royale. I might play a few matches this weekend, see how it goes. There we go, finally. Or are we going to sit on this screen for a while too? That's a possibility. Or no, there we go. Same map. Everybody loaded in. I only see 1 person here. Let the other 2 load in first. I don't want to get any mana bugs either. It happens quite frequently, really. Somebody's still not loaded in yet, but they're on the screen. I don't want to lose the mana. Well, we'll just hope for the best. Let's see. The countdown music loop. The countdown for what? For... I don't do as bad as you pretend that I do there, Herobrine. I actually win quite a few one-on-one fights in those games. I don't think I'm a pro, don't get me wrong. I am by no means have got perfect aim. But I'm not as bad as you make it out to be. My problem is I like automatic fire, and I like to spray rounds at things. It's a fun factor for me. I want full auto going all the time. I don't think anything's gonna make it that far up. Oops. That's probably a wasted DU right there, but little proton action never hurts, you know? We got it all here. Oh wow, only 50 left. I went way too ham down here. Alright, let's get rid of that. That leaves me enough for 2 flame arms for the flyers. Oh, the countdown when a match ends. I get you. Not enough mana. So we lost a little bit in translation there somewhere. Or somebody's still sitting on it. There we go. I'm not really playing any Onslaught right now either, David. In fact, since I got done resetting Ancient Power, the only Onslaught maps I've done at all are those ones for those tutorial streams. I might end up doing another one of those before the update comes. We know it's not coming within 2 weeks. Because Trendy said, straight up, that there's more than one dev stream coming up that will cover the update. So that alone is 2 weeks. Because the dev streams are only going to be on Fridays. So even if they did the dev stream back to back, then the update won't be here for 3 weeks. So it's a long wait, you know. Next weekend, I'm actually going to be out of town. So I won't have any streams or anything going next weekend. I'll have videos that I pre-record and throw up on the channel, but yeah, if you've got the shards, then it's all about the mods. There, Jow. Sorry, I mispronounced your name. But shards come first, then come mods. But remember, with mods, of course you want to have the best stuff you can have. But if it's the right mod, it's more important than being a high-quality mod. So figure out what mods you want and get those on your defenses and weapons and armor, even if it's a low-quality one. But the game really is, it's all about farming mods now. That's the new game. Well, yeah, they don't want to put out any... I mean, there's enough issues in the game now. They don't want to put out anything else that's going to cause more issues, you know? I mean, I understand. I know that it doesn't... You know, it's not like games get developed overnight. But as a player, I want it. I want to play the new stuff now. I don't want to wait. Piercer Servo wouldn't really be beneficial, Bashar. The only way it will help is if you're in Onslaught and the flyer lane has Bullet Sponge. That is the only way it would help. So it's definitely not a go-to. Alright, Galaxy, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Siege rolled it down. I was waiting for an assassin. The assassin never arrived. We got Pandinator here still, don't we? Or no, Pandy left. Pandy's gun witch is pretty beast. In a good way or in a bad way, Seeds? I've had terrible luck with shards in general. I mean, everybody's like, what do you mean? You got all the shards. But you don't realize how many thousands of shard packs that is opened to get all these shards that I have now. First one in 6 packs. That's crappy, but that's pretty normal, to be honest with you. It's RNG, how it hates on us. RNG knows what we want and refuses to give it to us. Diverse crit servo wouldn't do anything for trees, David. Trees don't scale off of crit at all. Mine was Deadly Strikes. I had a harder time with Deadly Strikes than I did with Defense Rate, but the Defense Rates didn't come easy. Don't get me wrong. When Shards first became a thing, I didn't even know Defense Rate existed for a long time. Just because I never found it, and somebody's like, hey man, how come you ain't got no Defense Rate? It's like, what is this Defense Rate you speak of? And then finally went and got some. Back then it was flamethrower meta. I was using a ton of flamethrowers, and man, you put defense rate on flamethrowers, it is like a night and day difference. Holy crap, is it? Even back then. Yeah, but diverse crit servo only affects. It says on it that it boosts. Trees don't boost nearby defenses unless you have mods on them. Where does it say that? I'll have to look at the description of it here when we get done with this map. It doesn't change the crit. It boosts heroes in the air. It gives heroes a crit bonus. But it doesn't. It won't scale. It's a flat amount. It's not going to scale off of anything. It's either there or it's not. It doesn't. I've never heard of it affecting defenses. It's what the mod says. No, diverse crit servo is that the tower that the mod is on gets a crit bonus based off of how many different defenses are around it. Is how that works. Let's see if I can find one here to show you. There's one right there. So it's a plus defense crit chance for each unique defense nearby. So that it would be giving the tree more crit, but the tree doesn't crit. So it would be useless. Alright, I don't know if that was 1 or 2. I'll head back out the tavern, and if that was, I'll either have to start another Chaos 6 or could move on to Chaos 7. I'm hoping that was 2 ingots there. Oh, it's all good, David. Diverse is really good, like on boost auras. You would want diverse crit damage servo. Let's see. Please tell me that was 4. Oh my gosh, it was none again. I'm gonna run out to town and see if anybody's got any for sale. This is too much. Give me my stuff. And clear out my inventory here and run into town. Hopefully somebody's got some for sale. I only need 2. crafting materials need to be dropping. I know that's not a specific problem with ingots. Ooh, there's a little gem. Crafting materials, there we go. It says right in the title. I'm trying to upgrade this to Chaos 7. And I need 2 more shiny bars to do that. You can't get those anywhere else. Chaos 4, 5, or 6. I go to 6 because there's a greater chance, of getting duplicates. Getting more than one, as far as I understand. But instead, I'm getting 0. I don't need either of those. Man, nothing good. Well, I got that one. Yeah, I got some souls a night. They're useless now. I've still got, I think I've got like 80 of them, something like that. Send out to the Heroes Marketplace, see if anybody's got 2 shiny ingots for sale. I got 6 of them. I just looked right at it. Or was it split stacks? It may have been split stacks. Let me check. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at pristines, not shinies. Good lord, such a derp. Alright, well I can get this bad boy upgraded now. Get it back to Chaos 7. And I got 2 leftovers. Very nice. God, I can't believe none of you guys said anything. I've been looking at shinies the whole stream. There we go. I don't want to take it to Chaos 8. But that is now Chaos 7 again. Can't wait to get some better mods for this one, but alright, so let's move on to Chaos 7 then. It's a PS4 exclusive as far as I understand there, Demon Child, and it's got a big price tag on it. I want to play it. It looks really fun. But it's expensive and it's a PS4 exclusive. So I can't afford it. And it's more convenient. Well, it's easier for me to get it for free as a media outlet on PC. But a big box game like that, they don't give free stuff out to little channels like mine. It's got to be a little indie game for me to get a review copy of, basically. Alright, so now let me look at how many clusters I have, because the next thing I want to do today is get my flame auras maxed out, and they're not. Let's see, what do I have? Let me dump this stuff. I got 36, so I need 14 more pristine citron clusters. It's just like it is every month, William. There's a Gleam link in the video description. Just type exclamation giveaway in chat. It will take you to the video. And then there's a link down in the description there. You know, they still haven't even responded, David. Now, at least on my, if I go to my Twitch dashboard and click the partner button, it actually says now that my application is under review, which it didn't even say that for several months. I've missed the window though, so I'm pretty sure I won't get accepted. I mean, I hope so. I'm staying optimistic. Let's see, so I need 14 more. So let's head to some dungeon maps. What do we want to do first? Start off in the Citadel, why not? I love that map. I don't know what defense to do next. Yeah. After I'm done with this, will be the last upgrade for my flame auras, so they'll be done. I'm not sure which one to do next. I've got weapon manufacturers, flame auras, and poison dart towers all ready to go. I was debating on doing a physical defense, like either cannons or bees next. Alright, we get everybody. Yep, everybody here. No, development companies don't get Twitch partnerships. They use Twitch as a form of advertising. To trendy, Twitch is the same as like Twitter. It's another social media source for them to advertise on. Where me, I need a Twitch partnership to be able to pay the bills and feed the cat. Trendy doesn't need that. I mean, they've got to feed the cat. But you know what I mean. Alright, what am I missing? I'm missing Sky Guards. We got Earthshatter Heavy, so let's go Sky Guard Heavy. Since they complement each other so well. It looks really fun, Demon. There's no doubt. I mean, if I get the opportunity to play it, I'll play it for sure. Spider-Man is... I'll be honest, Spider-Man is not my favorite comic hero. But the game looks crazy fun. Cat can feed itself? Yeah, that'd be a little difficult. This is a little spoiled Siamese cat. There, here, man. He's not about to go catch his own mice. He would look at me and say, no, feed me. Let's see, we'll do the two middle ones. Alright, there we go. Let's check out this new Chaos 7 staff here. See what kind of damage we can put out. My favorite's the EV2, Aaron. Love me some Robo Girl. Lalta? Nah, those guys work full time for Trendy. That is their job. You know, Lalta's the Trendy community manager, but he works right at Trendy's offices full time. Oh, my favorite comic hero? Batman. I ain't gonna lie. It's all about DC Comics for me, and it's all about Batman. Love me some Batman. I like most of the, you know, don't get me wrong, I got no problem with Marvel too. I like a lot of Marvel's universe. But I just like the DC universe better. It's this cities and everything's so dark, you know. Well, as far as Batman goes anyway. And I like that the cities were originally based off of real cities. I think that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, Batman's beast. No, the crafting materials are per map type there, Agrippa. So I'm looking for clusters, pristine citrine clusters, and they only drop in dungeon maps. So I have to keep doing dungeon maps to get those. I need 14 of them. Just needs the update. I mean, a lot of people have been playing other stuff. Like more than I want to say 75%, pardon me, of the regular DD2ers that I regularly talk to are either playing Monster Hunter World, Fortnite, or Warframe right now. Almost all of them. I mean, a few of my usual suspects It's right on the groups of maps are shown right at the war table, Grippa. There's forest maps, town maps, dungeon maps. Dungeon maps are Buried Bastille, Crumbled Bulwark, Molten Citadel, and Unholy Catacombs. That's the 4 dungeon maps. But when you look on the war table, the maps are all grouped by a type. And the crafting materials drop in each particular type of map. You could say. I mean, the game is called Dungeon Defenders. I wish we had more dungeon. That's one of the things. I think Orcs Must Die did dungeons better than Dungeon Defenders. You wouldn't think that would be the case. We got not enough actual dungeons. And dungeons are cool, you know. I wish that there was some kind of a trading system for mats, or they did drop in various items, because like 90% of the crafting materials you need are going to be for relics. So it's all about grinding these dungeon maps, and then that limits the game. You know, but you look at your average player that's got like one main DPS hero, they only need 1 set of armor and weapons. Yeah, I'm on PC there, Doug. However, they're going to need a whole bunch of different relics, so it would be nice if the pristine Citron clusters, or the clusters in all tiers, not just the pristines, were a little bit... you know, a little more abundant. It's a swing speed modifier, Aaron. The higher the number, the faster it swings. That, to be honest, you should just completely ignore that number. It's not a significant change to the actual swing speed, and your main focus should be just getting light, heavy, or medium, whichever one you're looking for, with the best possible stats on it. That's what's going to make the most difference. You know, it's a negligible difference between the two. I don't even know why it's even still there, to be honest with you. What's going on there, Doom? How you doing? Sam, what up, what up? The weapon shops have always been useless, but no, they've got a chance of, anytime you go to town, you should always check them. They have a chance of having perfect mods for sale. So, I mean, they've always been completely useless as far as gearing goes. The people who would benefit from having that gear don't have that much gold to be dumping on gear, you know? So, in that aspect of it, as far as a progression sense, they're completely useless. Come on, give me another cluster. Man, no more clusters? What the heck? Yeah, that's a luxury PC users don't have, Carter. If I was playing on the console, I'd be split screening that bad boy like a mofo. You know that. Take all the mats. Well, welcome there, Captain Kicks. Appreciate you swinging by. Somebody hit continue. Dungeon maps, dungeon maps. Needs to clusters. Ah, it's not, Doug. It's free hacks. People that do it on the PC, it's considered. I mean, you can't split screen on the PC, of course, but people that run multiple accounts on the PC are considered cheating. Yet on the console, it's a feature. So consoles have a huge advantage when it comes to farming. If you're playing on the console, you should without a doubt split screen it and sell the mats all over. I mean, why would you not? You know? It's free mats. A hint to get gems. The only way to get gems is to pay for them. They're Doom. Other than the gems you get the very first time you play the initial quest line, there are no more gems. Gots to pay to cash. That's the premium currency, you know? The best way to get gems, if you want to spend some money on the game, the best way is to get one of the packs, because you're getting the gems at a reduced cost, and then you're getting other stuff that goes with it, like a pet or heroes or whatever. So that would be the best way, and the best way on top of that, even how I get gems, is when there's a holiday sale. Buy the packs when there's a holiday sale, and you get it at a steep discount. And then you're getting a great price on gems. I would imagine there will be some sort of either Halloween or some kind of autumn sale for either Halloween or in November. That will probably be the next sale, I would guess. There will definitely be one on Christmas for sure. I'm hoping Trendy puts in some new Halloween skins. Some new spooky skins. Because those are always awesome. I don't even know if anything's going to make it to these beams. But I'm going to put them here just in case. I mean, it's like any other game. There's always a trick. Like, everybody knows I'm playing Warframe right now. The deal with Warframe is you never ever buy Platinum unless you get a 75% off coupon. You know, there's a daily login for those that haven't played it, and one of the rewards you could possibly get is a 75% off Platinum coupon. So you just don't buy Platinum unless you're buying, same thing, either one of the packs or you get that coupon. Alright, let's see, let's do this one first. Yeah, it's nice seeing all those legendaries, those seeds, no doubt about it. I really love them both, Captain. Right now, there's no denying that weapon manufacturers are extremely powerful. They're gonna get nerfed again. There is no doubt in my mind that there will indeed be another weapon manufacturer change, because they are insanely powerful when they're modded properly. That Shocking Revelations mod is just too good. You know? Now I hope they don't get changed too much, because I do love using them. I mean, the EV2 is my favorite hero, you know? God, we got a ton of DE left. Let's see. Guess we can just overkill it here with more Earth Shatters. It is officially overkilled. Yeah, healthy power chip's really good. That's the... I mean, when you're setting up heroes, say you're setting up a hero damage hero. You got... first off, healthy power. Healthy power chip should go on every hero defense hero. Or, pardon me, every hero damage hero. Then you got the regular power chip that's just raw hero damage. That should go on every hero damage hero. And then for the third, you have to make a choice. Is it a hero that you're going to be swapping to? If that's the case, you'd want to swap on it. Is it a hero that can boost itself, which currently is just the monk and the barbarian? If it's one of those two, then you'd want to go with a boost damage chip. And then if it's a hero that you like the hero damage with, but you're using abilities, then you'd go with the Mana Burge damage chip as your third. But that's kind of like the general rule for setting up a hero damage hero. And then the exact same thing can be said about the ability power heroes. Go with the healthy AP first, the regular AP, and then make a choice on the third whether or not they can be boosted, if the heroes can be buffed, or if they're heavy mana users, which if it's an ability power hero, they're all going to be heavy mana users, or if you swap to them. Yeah, he can buff himself, but the mod doesn't work, Tim. It's busted. A lot of the mods are seriously broken. Well, there's lots of buffs. I mean, there's Flame Aura shards that buff. There's what, Sandstorm Warrior that buffs. None of that stuff works. It's just a matter of trendy fixing the broken stuff, you know? Piercer Servo. Well, you don't want Tenacity on Poison Dart Towers or Seeds. Tenacity's not doing anything for you, man. I think I'm doing like 10 mil in a hack and slash type build, David, and then doing like 6 mil in an ability power build. But of course the ability power builds have those massive one shots. Oh, you're not alone there, Sam. We all wish there was more players. It's not why not. The question is why. Poison Dart Towers don't get disabled unless you're placing them in bad spots. It's not a question of why not. It's a question of why. I mean, why would you use it? It just doesn't get... There's no... The PDTs don't get taken down. That would be like me putting Tenacity on these Earth Shatters. There's nothing that's going to stun these Earth Shatters other than a Cobalt. And I've got Flyer Defense in for that. So, I mean, Tenacity is best used on ground traps, auras, and nodes. Yeah, that's how it goes every update, though, David. When the Onslaught and new map comes, a bunch of players will return. And, you know, after they beat all the content, after a couple of weeks, it'll thin back out again. The same can be said about any game, really. It's always going to have the most activity right around updates, you know? Doug, thank you so much. I do appreciate it a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where's that siege roller at? He way down the road. It should be Captain Kicks, but the mods are buggy. There's a lot of things that should be. Ooh, what was that? Oh, it's on a weapon. I saw melee in green. I thought it was on that relic. Dang it. Ah, what can you do? That really, you don't need them there either, Seeds. Tenacity should be used on things you're throwing right up front. Like this. I've got Tenacity on these Proton Beams. I've got Tenacity on these Flame Auras, because they're going right up front. Bees you don't place like that. Or you shouldn't place like that. And then you don't have to worry about it. Remember, for a Cyborg to disable anything, it's got to get within range of it. You know, the bees, there's no reason Cyborg should ever disable your bees. Because you shouldn't be putting them up that close. You know? anything with like, I don't use tenacity on lightning strike auras because they've got such a massive range. I don't use tenacity on fissures because they've got such a good range. I do use it on flame auras. Flame auras, you don't even need it because the range does get, if you max the range, you wouldn't need tenacity. But I don't have my range maxed, and I like to stuff them right in their face. So I use tenacity on those. And then beams and weapon manufacturer nodes, you know, are very good candidates for tenacity for sure. I mean, you could make an argument about putting tenacity on maybe a Skyguard tower if you're doing high Onslaught, and then that would help it recover from any kobolds that sneak through more. But besides that, I mean, you don't really want it on too many towers. Tower type defenses, you know. Yeah, the gear score gives you a good general idea. Remember too though, David, the stats, it's all about the mods and the shards. Having a perfect stat as far as like the defense power or whatever on an item versus having something that's 1,000 less, the actual difference in DPS is going to be negligible if you have good shards and mods. It's definitely, the game is, the first thing you do is get shards, the second thing you do is get mods. And then as far as the getting the perfect gear score and stats, that should be the last concern you have, really. Yeah, I use when I use hailstorms, I try to put rate, range, and destruction. Thanks there, Caleb. Appreciate it. Tenacious, what up, what up? Oh, mods are extremely powerful. There's no doubt about it. And remember, the thing with mods is mods are all in addition to, meaning when mods were added to the game, enemy difficulties were not changed. So enemy difficulties are scaled based off of not having mods. So having any mods is just a wonderful thing, you know? Well, Zor, actually, if it wasn't you, and I know your name, that would have been a bannable offense. So don't say things like that in my chat, because if you do that, I will ban you. This is not that kind of place. This is the kind of place where everyone is meant to be welcome. It's not the kind of place where people say vulgar things. So, like I said, if it wasn't you and I didn't recognize your name, you would have been permabanned right there. So, I hate to call you out like that, but you asked. You didn't get the clue. Giving somebody a timeout is the clue. Yeah, Bastille Master is the absolute worst Christian as far as bugged mobs go. Nothing worse than that. Looks like that's it. I would have loved it. Oh, I did get another Flamar up front there. Do I watch any Adventure Time? No. I don't watch any Adventure Time. No. That's never been like that. You've never said anything that offensive in my chat, Zor, or you would have been banned long, long ago. So this channel has never been about being vulgar, ever, since it existed. So just please continue to keep it so it's a welcoming and fun atmosphere and not a vulgar, offensive one. The thing with the range hyper shard, Sam, is it's different per defense. Some defenses it doesn't scale as well with. You know, so you have to be careful with what you use it on. Always check the range. Put a destruction in it and look at the range, the actual range on the tooltip, and then put the vicious strikes in it and look at the range on the tooltip. Like, my favorite spots for them are Skyguard Towers, it does really, really good on. Frostbite Towers, it does good on. Hailstorms, it does good on. Now I'm actually looking for... We've gotten a few since we started, but I needed some more pristine Citron clusters. They're Pandalicious. To take my Flame Auras up to max Chaos 8. I'm 4 or 5 on the mod upgrades now. I don't have it fully jacked up. Christian, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I mean, getting mods aren't going to hurt my feelings. Don't get me wrong there, Panda. Something good drops, I am not going to complain about it one bit. That is for sure. Yes, well, since I'm done with Ancient Power resets, that's the next step. If I like Warframe, Destiny Forsaken is pretty good. I'm definitely digging Warframe. It's a lot of fun. You definitely should not farm game Ogre Lanes Hollow Knight. You miss out on too much other stuff. Farming game Ogre Lanes is never ever a good idea. Unless you just don't care about Defender Medals, gold, or experience. Farming game Ogre is not in your best interest for sure. I think I've got like 16 left seeds, something like that. But I mean, when the changes to Onslaught come, I'll be farming Onslaught again, so I'll get more then. Yeah, it's pretty big there, Panda. But it's a terrible grind, I'm not gonna lie. It's really expensive to upgrade stuff to Chaos 8. And it's not necessary. Unless you have aspirations just to either have the meanest stuff in the game or to fully AFK. There's just no reason for you to do it. There's about it's like a 18,000 defense power difference in main stat. Yeah, they are elusive, no doubt. I didn't get one I farmed from floor 80 to floor 123 before I got my first one. So 43 floors for 1 amp. I started getting more later, but man, it took forever to get that first one. That's what, 120 maps, or 129 maps. Oh, hundreds, David, hundreds. I mean, you know, it comes with the channel growing. I don't know how many are there. I can tell you how many people I've unbanned. 0. I take banning pretty seriously. I don't ban people unless I have to. And when I ban someone, it's permanent. There's no going back. I've actually only had one person try to get unbanned, ever. And they actually had their mom contact me, even. Terminator, what up, what up? Trying to get them pristine clusters there, Terminator. You need to magically switch all those over to PC for me and hook me up. What do you think? Yeah, I definitely plan on it, Jay Miller. I don't want to put any info out until I've got a strong grasp of the game. You know, once I get a stronger grasp of the game, I'll be doing lots and lots of tutorial stuff for Warframe. Specifically when the new update comes. The thing right now is there's already so many tutorials out there that are good that I would be making a lot of duplicate content. You got final form yesterday. Grats! There's Central. That's awesome. I'm harsh to Partek because I've known him a long time. So I don't play any games with Partek. That's a different experience though, you know. He's somebody that I've been talking to for years. You just don't see many I mean, the clusters are a hot item. People either don't sell them or sell them for too much. And it's kind of tough to justify paying a bunch for something that takes you 6-8 minutes to get 2 of. You know? People will throw them up there like, you know, 10 of them for millions of gold. It's like, Jesus, dude. It would take me like 45 minutes to get those 10. It would take me way longer to get millions of gold. I had a ton until I started doing all these upgrades. Crap, and I forgot my chest. I think when I was done with Ancient Power, I had like, I want to say like 900. But, I mean, just taking one item up to max C8 is 250 clusters. So that's, I mean, the grind is real, you know? No doubt about that. See how many I got now. I needed 14. I'd kind of like to get them today, but on the same note, I don't have all day to get them. I need them to start dropping. It'd be cool if they ever did a double crafting material weekend, man. I would farm the crap out of stuff. They get the double gold and the double XP going. Double crafting materials, that would be good stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things, it just goes too quick. Come on already, load. Here we go, there's a fun map. How many does that put me at? It's 3. I still need 11, for God's sakes. Alright. We want to double or single Skyguard it? Let's just single to start. And I can double it if the DU allows for it at the end. Get some popcorn machine action going here. I think there'll be plenty of DU left to double it, double Skyguard it. Oh yeah, more than enough. You want to get as close to 250 minimum Ascension as you can get Forgiven. The closer you get to 250 minimum, the better off you're going to be. Currently, going through and doing an Ancient Power reset, you're only going to gain like 10, maybe 15 Ascension levels. So if you don't get close to 250 before you reset, you're just going to have a big grind afterwards. I played Gary's mod about 10 years ago. I haven't played it in ages there, Central. It's been a long, long time. Oh, I don't know. I mean, get as much as you can. Don't cut me any deals. Because you can get more from other people than you can get from me. I'm just stubborn. I want to keep all my gold. So yeah, I don't encourage anyone to hook me up with any deals because you're missing out. Well, 10 of them for 750k would be a great price, but that would be really robbing yourself because you'll get 2 to 3 times that off of other people. It's just I enjoy playing the game, you know. It's not just that, Carter. It's based off of your current Ascension level. You know, say you're at, if you're at floor 3, say you're at Ascension 300 the first time you reset. You're going to get 3 starting Ascension levels for every 50. So you're going to get 18 minimum Ascension for that. Now, if you made it to, you know, say you were 1,000, yeah, let's just say 500. Say you were 500. You're going to get, once again, you're going to get 3 for every 50. So you're going to have 30 minimum Ascension just from your Ascension. And then you get 3 for each floor past 65. So say you wanted to get to 250, you would need, what, or just say you wanted to get to 240 for ease of math. You would need 80, either 80 floors past or a combination of 80 floors past 65 and groups of 50 Ascension. You don't have to play anybody else. I mean, it's not as fun playing by yourself, Forgiven, but it's actually not difficult at all. I mean, I went all the way up to 250-ish solo. I mean, Marcos went to 999 solo, you know. You know, you don't have to, I mean, any game, that can be said. It's always fun, more fun to play in a group, especially if it's a group of friends that you play with regularly. Yeah, but back with that starting Ascension, say you went to floor, let's just say 125 to keep the math easier, and you were 500 Ascension. Well, you're 60 floors over 65, so you'd get 180 minimum Ascension for that, and you'd get 30 for your 500 Ascension levels. So your minimum Ascension would be 210, and that's your permanent minimum. You can never go below that. So anytime you do Ancient Power resets, anything that you can add to that only improves it. It's guaranteed 1 with the chance of getting 2 on every dungeon map for cluster seeds. You just have to pick the right map. You know, crafting materials are about farming the correct mats. The very first time, you get 3 minimum Ascension. After the first time, you only gain minimum Ascension from your Ascension level for pushing past your highest point. So basically your current Ascension level should never really be a big factor. The only way you should really take your current Ascension into consideration is if you're close to a multiple of 50 when you're about to reset. If you've done all the Onslaught floors you want to do, and say you're at 540 Ascension, it's going to be in your best interest long term just to grind out those last 10 levels, because it won't take that long, you know. The mods won't make the difference, Forgiven. As long as you have the right shards, you can beat Chaos 7 completely modless. You don't need mods to beat any of the content. The mods, like I was explaining earlier, the mods are in addition to. They're not required to beat the current content. The difficulty of mobs isn't scaled based off of mods in any way. Yeah, I talked to Marcos. Marcos doesn't have a massive amount of game knowledge about DD2. He's a great guy, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing him in any way. What Marcos has is the drive to grind. And that's the biggest thing you need. You know? All Marcos did the entire time was spam bees. He didn't do anything revolutionary. He'll be the first one to tell you. But what he did do is he put an enormous amount of time into getting to 999. And it requires a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot of grind, you know? It's more than I have patience to. I mean, when I started doing AP resets again, I was only at like 250 something. It's just exclamation FA Forgiven. Marcos in Brazil has a big player base too, and Marcos, of course, is from Brazil, so he speaks fluent Portuguese, so he's very good for newer Brazilian players to talk to. And he's, you know, like I said, he's a nice person, so he's helpful and all that. He is actually who I send Brazilian players to talk to. Looking the other way, drinking my coffee, and just spamming into an empty lane. Got a little stuck flyer action up in there. Easy enough on the Apprentice. Welcome back there, Galaxy. Give me that loot. The other thing that's nice with the loot boxes, with the multiplayer, getting the guaranteed number of legendaries, just means you're getting a guaranteed legendary loot box too. There's a black magic over there. I'll take a look at that when we get to the next map. Oop, I almost hit continue. So close, so close. Alright, Tam, have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. Have a great weekend. Oh man, we got it again. We're gonna have to wait for the whole count. No, okay, it sent us. I was gonna say, man, gotta wait for the entire countdown over again. Oops. Slow loading, slow loading. That's weird. How did I not get any? I've got 900. It didn't give me any starting mana. That is the weirdest thing. Sunday for you now. Still the weekend. It's not over yet, Central. Sunday's the weekend too. Thanks there, Seeds. Appreciate you swinging by. We'll probably only do a few more maps. We're at, what, 90 minutes in. Now, YouTube gets a little fussy with live streams over 2 hours. But we'll do a few more maps here. You got the Dryad, EV2, Abyss Lord, Initiate, and Mystic. Well, there's not many left to get. There, Carter. Dryad, EV2, Abyss Lord. I mean, you're pretty solid on builders. I would probably, personally, go with the Gun Witch. Or Barbarian. Whoever, if you like melee better, go with the Barb. If you like range better, go with the Gun Witch. Probably another 30 minutes there, Christian. Like I said, YouTube doesn't like long streams. It starts to, the video quality goes down, and I've already got issues with that enough with my connection. I can stream for longer amounts of time on Twitch. Well, I personally like ranged heroes better. It's all about your playstyle, though. They're both beasts. The Barbarian's a beast, and the Gun Witch is a beast. If you like playing melee, go Barb. If you like playing ranged, go Gun Witch. I mean, there's really no wrong answer there. They're both just absolutely incredible. Alright. Yeah, it's stiffed me on, what, 300 mana? Or 400 mana. I've been spamming on the Apprentice today, and this is not a spam build. This is a Arcane Volley build. But I don't have anything marking targets for me. I'm too lazy to mark on myself. The percentage means practically nothing, Central. Just ignore it. The best thing you could do on a barb is go with a light weapon in your main hand and a medium or heavy in your offhand. Just ignore the swing speed percent. You get more benefit from the stats that are on it than you will that percentage. So focus on getting yourself perfect stats and ignore the swing speed. Then remember, it's situational. Like if it's an offhand weapon, technically you'd want a slower swing speed. If it's a main hand weapon, then you'd want a faster swing speed. So it's different on, it's different for what weapon it is. Just, I for one, never ever even look at that percentage. Because it's just too hard to find a light, medium, or heavy weapon that you want that has good stats on it, Alright, Carter, have a good afternoon or evening or morning. Whatever it is for you. Just enjoy the rest of the weekend. Not much of it left. It's halfway over. Living in the Pacific Northwest, it's all about the salmon around here this weekend. The salmon are all... It's actually coming right at the end of salmon season, I believe. But the salmon are all up. Either it's right at the end or right before. I'm not a salmon fisherman, obviously. So I don't know the exact times, but there's about to... Either there was just a whole lot of people fishing, or there's about to be. One of the two. Kind of stinks, considering I don't really care for salmon. It's the least favorite. I don't like the pink fish. Salmon just, to me, tastes really fishy. I like the tuna and like the ocean fish a little more, the saltwater fish. I guess salmon are both, but y'all know what I'm saying. Gots to have me some tuna. Mini Boss Servo is probably going to be best used on a heavy-hitting single-target defense, Central. So like cannonballs, lightning strikes. I personally would probably put it on lightning strike auras. My lightning strike auras are not designed for bosses. They're designed for killing assassins and lady orcs. So with me, I go with anti-melee and anti-chaos, and it covers both of them double stack on assassins and lady orcs. But if I was to change any of those, I would probably put a mini boss on my LSAs. My cannons I like to use more as general use in the lane instead of having them waiting in the back. I like to let the cannons fly, you know. Gots to have the boom boom. I think next stream I'll bust some cannons out. I haven't used cannons in a long time. I mean, just farming Chaos 7 really and not pushing Onslaught. It's been Aura Trap and Node spam then. The thing to remember is what will hit harder against a boss isn't going to hit as hard against all the other mobs. So it makes it really effective with killing bosses. But bosses are so easy to kill with your hero if you're actively playing. Mini bosses are the bosses that come on normal fights. Like regular bosses are Betsy, the Harbinger, the Demon Lord. And then mini bosses would be the Ogres and the Malthias, the Tuskars. These guys here are the mini bosses. Tuskar just got owned. Don't even know what happened to him. Somebody else must have wiped him out. I don't think it was the defenses that did it that quick. Somebody put the hurting on him. Kind of volume kind of went up a little bit on this song. Maybe it's just for me. Does it seem really loud for you guys, or does it seem okay? Definitely seems like the volume spiked a bit. Ooh, Kobold made it. Oh, he was going for Cyber Akuma there. Kobold wasn't messing around. Man, the Arcane Volley builds are so much fun to play. You can just wreck stuff. I'm not doing any Onslaught today, Panda, but there's lots of guides on my channel about it. I'm not really focusing on any Onslaught other than the tutorial streams I do with the slow walkthrough and Q&A, or, well, that's about it until the Onslaught changes come. Got a bunch of legendaries that map. If you look back over the last couple of weeks, there's going to be a whole lot of walkthrough videos. Floor 56 doesn't even have all of the mobs and mutators yet. So it's just, I mean, every Onslaught floor is look at what's coming out of a lane and build for those defenses. So if you got a lane that's got a whole bunch of cyborgs rolling out, then it's not going to be in your best interest to throw a bunch of ground traps, auras, and nodes, unless you have tenacity servo on all of them. Which that's, you know, you're not best using your defense if you're throwing tenacity servo on everything. Let's know. Kitty's getting all uppity. Stick with the popcorn machine today. cannons were set up with a little better range. We could probably throw some cannons into this map, but their range is not set up very well. Stick with a standard popcorn machine. Flame art at each spawn for the packs. Let the popcorn machine do its work. Should move the sky guards out a little further though, since it's going so heavy again. Let's put them way down here. I don't put them on the chains very often. There we go. Let's do something like that. That will work. Oh, my inventory's filling up too. Is it all pet food? Man, I've only gotten 6 clusters today. Look at that. That is awful. It's like 1 every map, literally. I'm not getting 2 clusters on anything. Chaos 7 should have a chance of dropping 2. And it's like a good chance. It's pretty regular, you see 2. Not today. Taco Man, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate you. Man, all I want to do is get this flame aura done, for God's sakes. Like I said, I don't even know which defense I want to start working on next. I'm thinking bees, though. I mean, even though we know that there's changes to bees upcoming. But even with the changes that are coming, I can't imagine bees not being really powerful. They always have. Yeah, it's dungeon maps there, Christian. For clusters. That's why we're doing so many dungeon maps here. That's basically all we've done today, other than the start of the stream to get my weapon upgraded here. Got my Pathfinder back to C7. Gotta love it. I actually really like the shot type on that skin staff too. We're completely destroying everything here. It's just a matter of getting the stuff. Needs dem clusters. Got over here. Anything good? Oh, there's a good damage buff chip. That actually probably will go right onto my monk. Or no, I've already got a good one. I got a better one on my monk. So that one's an 8 out of 10, not a 9 out of 10. That'll go on my barbarian. Super M, thank you very much. Appreciate you subscribing. Couldn't do it without you all, so I do appreciate it a ton. I can't wait for this update to hit, though. I just wish it would get here. I mean, you know, it's the mixed emotions thing. I want Trendy to be able to do a good job on it and get it as fixed up as possible. But on the same note, I want to play. I want to play. I want to play that new map. Gonna try focusing on mastery. That's a pretty good call there, Central. Get you all those hyper shards and the flares and get a whole bunch of free pet boosters and some good defender medals. Definitely a good call. It's never a bad idea to finish Mastery, because remember, Mastery is like getting an achievement. It's something you only have to do once. Once you do it, it's done. Yeah, like Pandalicious said, the defenses are so OP at the moment that Mastery is really easy right now. As long as you have proper shards and really any decent set of mods, you're going to just steamroll Mastery. It's a shame it's not rewarding to redo, or I would do some Mastery streams. Some public Mastery maps. Wouldn't be able to do them all public, but... even if you get 3 stars... If you get 3 stars in all the maps, you're going to have a whole crap load of stars there, Central. What, there's 20... What's 21 times 7? 147? 147 times 3 would be what? 441? Is that right? That would get you, what, almost 4 full bars of stars. You'd have lots of rewards. So nothing wrong with 3-starring them even. I mean, obviously, you want to 5-star them all. But certainly nothing wrong with 3-starring them. Get them stars. The good thing, if you 5-star it, then you never have to do that map again. It's done. You know, once it's done, it's done. That was something I really wish they would have added in. You'd think they would think about it. Make it... I mean, I understand they're not going to give out additional hyper shards. They want us to only have 1 of each of those. But if there was some other kind of reward for doing Mastery again, I would totally do it again. But there's just, like I said, just no reward. It's crap loot, crap XP. You know, there's just 0 reason to do it. And it's not the funnest game mode because it's restrictive. You can't just use the defenses you want to use. It tells you what you can use, you know. Come on, Assassin, get off me already. That's the bad part about Earth Shatters. Earth Shatters don't hit Malthius, they don't hit mages, and they don't hit assassins. They don't have flyers, of course. Now, if flyers are in the same area as other mobs, they can end up catching damage to flyers. But they won't target Malthius or mages at all. Or assassins. There's one. Give me another cluster. Oh man, only 1 cluster. Man, it's like bad luck today. I think we got time for 1 more before we hit the 2-hour mark. It's going to be cutting it a little close, but that's alright if I go over a little. But let's get one more map in. Old Blitz wants attention. He wants it now. Give me your looks, cat. You are not jumping up here. What do we get? Alright, end off on Buried Bastille for the last one. Looks like we lost somebody too. Anybody wanting to hop in, feel free to join. Public on US West, it just says Juice Live, or you can join me right through the Steam group, whichever your preference is. Just make sure you are on US West. Here we go, we got us a 4th. Very, very nice. Yeah, do it up there, Central. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get all those knocked out. Looking good. We'll have to just watch the bosses on that lane. Here we go. Oh, crap. Forgot about the reflect. On Chaos 2 at the moment. Keep on climbing there, Grippa. You'll get to Chaos 7 in no time. You can do it. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Central. That one is pretty rough. Nothing will survive all of this. It will show the boss. When we won't have a boss because this is wave 1, but when we get to wave 2, I'll show you there, Grippa. On PC, it's your left shift. If you hold down your left shift. On console, I believe it's the left stick. So what is that, L3? And it'll bring up the box, and it will show you what's coming out. But if there was a boss... first off, the little lane color indicator, the bars underneath the name of the lane, will be all red. But then it will show you what boss is coming. And thank you very much for subscribing there, Grippa. I do appreciate you. Not going to be able to get this one placed proper. No, Blitz. Good lord, man. He is just not having it. Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. There's just no point in putting another one. You just don't need it. I want to put it down, but I know I just don't need it. I mean, we got 4 Earth Shatters and enough room for 3 more. You're on Chaos 3. Very, very nice. Chaos 3 is like a breeze compared to Chaos 2 with those cyborgs. The geodes are easy mode. Throw Piercer Servo on any projectile defense and go ham. Yeah, when Wave 2 starts, I'll show you here. Because we'll definitely have a boss in Wave 2. It'll be from that lane down there. I mean, eventually you'll learn where all the boss lanes are, because it is set what lanes can possibly spawn bosses. For Wave 2 on this map, it's either that entrance way down at the bottom, or that entrance way up there. Or way over there, I guess I should say. That's east. But it'll be at one of those 2 entrances for Wave 2. Delicious got some clusters. Oh, I'll do it. I will do it. Let's see. Oh, dang. He's got a bunch. You really don't want all those? I'll buy them all from you. You gotta keep some stuff for you, Pandalicious. You can't just sell it all. Well, there we go. Problem solved. Oh crap, I forgot the look. I'm so sorry. Alright, next wave, next wave. I got all excited about all the clusters. I forgot to look at the boss. Dang it. This wave, I promise, I will not forget. I assure you. In before I forget again. Alright, so it ended up being Quibbly here. 8 more mobs. I'm going to stand here until the wave is over so I don't forget. Alright, here we go. Alright, so first off, we see that the color, the bar under the lame name is flashing red. That's an indicator that it's a boss. So then, if I hold down shift, I'm going to see all the way down at the bottom, that's the icon for Tuskar. So it's going to be Tuskar coming out of this lane. And then if we look all the way over at that far east lane, that one's red as well. So that one's going to be a boss. And if we look down at the bottom, it's going to be either Plaguing Hawk or Slakelion, one of the two, as it's got that skeleton boss logo. Now, when you're looking at the logo on the billboard itself, you see the red outline around the skeleton. And then the red outline around Tuskar, that one you probably can't see from here. But the red outline around it, the red outline around the icon indicates that it's a boss. It's gone already. But that's how you tell. There's crafting materials in the game now, Eddie, where you can upgrade gear from, like, you can upgrade a Chaos 1 or a campaign item all the way up to Chaos 7. And clusters are one of the crafting materials used to go through that upgrade process. And there comes the Skelly here and the Tuskar down there. Oh yeah, it's extremely helpful during Onslaught floors. In fact, the #1 way I have failed Onslaught maps has been from not looking. Getting too confident or arrogant or whatever and just spamming G to blaze through the maps as quick as possible and not looking at the bosses. That is the most common way I've lost. See here, we got a Malthius there. I didn't see the other lane, but this lane is going to have a Malthius. It was Slakelion, so of course the old Slakelion respawned. Rats Air Central, very nice. I think I'm going to start recording another Astroneer playthrough tonight. After I've got a late night stream over on Twitch. I'll be streaming some Warframe tonight. I think we're going to go for Prodman and the Index. You have to survive the Index for an hour and John Prodman will spawn. It gives you a little vanity item, a little poster you can put on your wall. Against Frost Orcs, well, either don't put your defenses close enough where they get frozen, Panda. Fire damage also helps. Frost mobs all take double damage from fire damage sources. Like I personally use, I've got my Fishers and my Ramsters set up to kill Frost mobs. So that's what I use. And the Fishers have increased, they have better range than a Flame Aura. So you can put them out there far away from those Frost Orcs. And then, of course, Ramsters you can put completely out of the way. It's 8 in the morning for you? Yeah. That whole Earth not being flat thing again, Panda. We all got these different times. And it looks like we ran out of music. On the last map and ran out of music. It's alright. We'll go to page 4 here. Actually, it's only got 3 songs on page 4. We'll go to page 2 of the generic reggae playlist. There we go, there we go. We got music once more. Right, we're wrecking it up. The bosses already came, didn't they? They have already been wrecked. Or maybe not all of them. Maybe there's one more. Or maybe that was Slickelion that I was seeing. We got Panda and Pandalicious today. And Pandinator was in the first group. It's all about the pandas. The pandas today, I'm telling you. Uh-oh, uh-oh, what's going on? Assassin. Can't stay close to the core with them assassins. That used to be a one-shot. They changed the cores back, I don't even remember when it was, a bunch of updates ago. But it used to be if someone ran close to a core like that with an assassin on them, it was match over. Because the assassin would one-shot the core. But luckily they gave the cores a little more health. Alright, so I'm going to head on out to Tavern and get my item all back up to Chaos 8. Ooh, look at that ability chip just staring at me there. Nice. End off on a good note. I got all the materials I need now, thanks to Pandalicious. And I got a green mod out of the deal. Wasn't a full green. Let's get that Flamar all jacked up. Get that last upgrade level on it. And there we go. 1.5 mil gold. See ya. Alright, so that takes it up to 68,890. This is not a perfect medallion, but it's close enough for me. And of course I'm going with Tenacity Servo, and then I'm focusing on range with Gilded Deadly Strikes, defense rate, and mass destruction. So I mean, this is one of my strongest defenses I have right now. But look at it at tier 1, 853k. That's not too shabby. Not bad for tier 1. What's it go up to? Goes up to 2 mil, or 2.5 mil. Throw a boost arrow on that bad boy, and man, it's gonna just melt everything. Anyway, thanks again there, Pandalicious. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate all the mats. That will actually give me a head start into the next item. What's the next item gonna be? I don't even know. I debated on doing Earth Shatters if I had better, slightly better mods. Like if I had a perfect melee boom and a perfect power servo, I would probably settle on that Shatterquake and call it good. I may end up doing it anyway. But yeah, the perfect defense power roll at C8 would be 69,254. Or no, it's 69,640. That's not perfect item either. Where did my perfect item go? I got 2 of them. One of them's yet to be upgraded. Oh, here it is. 69,640 would be the max roll. Chaos 8 Poison Dart Towers. Look at those beasts. Oh my god. They just wreck it. Anyway, everybody, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much. For those that didn't get entered, I really like it when people that come and watch the streams and watch the videos regularly win the giveaways. So go get signed up for the giveaway. It's Chaos 8, Panda. So you have to get the Chaos 8 amps and upgrade it to that. You can't find a relic that high anywhere. But anyway, thank you all an absolute ton. I really do appreciate it. Get in the giveaway. Gots to get in the giveaway. But anyway, thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.